My background is a Wall Street background. I got out of university and became a financial planner. And within 3 years, I was vice president. How many of you have heard of the company Oppenheimer? The investment firm Oppenheimer, does that ring a bell? It's a major firm in the United States, actually globally now. And I was vice president at the age of 27. I managed about $70 million for Oppenheimer. And I was a money manager for 15 years in New York and Houston. And I love what I did. I learned a tremendous amount from it. But it was also a little bit unfulfilling because the only people that I could help were those clients of mine that already were very wealthy. As a matter of fact, if you had less than 100,000 US dollars, which I think is, what is that? That's about probably 600,000 krona, is that right? That's 6 to 1. So unless you had at least 600,000 krona, I could not personally take your account. We were forbidden from handling what they would call small accounts, which meant that for a lot of my family and friends, I couldn't have accounts for them. So for me, while I love what I did, I learned a lot from it, the conflicts of interest in that environment made it very difficult for most people to either have an account with me or to make money. So what I learned to do on my own was my own research and due diligence. At the age of 28 years old, I invested $1 million US dollars of my money with my firm. And in 1 year, I lost the entire amount in 3 investments. All 3 companies went from an IPO to out of business in less than a year. And that was a very painful experience. Because not only for me, but for my clients who were also invested in these companies. So that taught me the importance of learning how to do my own research and due diligence, how to select really powerful, strong investments for my clients. And how many of you here remember the internet, what they call the dot-com boom? Internet stocks in the late 90s, for about a 4-year period, were just, if you weren't making 30% a month in your investment account, you were underperforming, you weren't happy. It was crazy. And these companies really didn't have the value. A lot of these companies were going public with valuations larger than some of the biggest companies in the United States and around the world. And so everything that I knew about investing told me that was a bubble, and that bubble was going to burst. So I used that opportunity after being in that career 15 years to go ahead and retire, and took about a little loud. Okay? Everybody hear me okay? So at the end of, I'd been in the business 15 years at that point, and I went ahead and used that opportunity to retire. I've been married. I've had 2 boys. I've been married now 21 years, and I really didn't get a chance to see my family very much. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. I took about a year off, played golf, enjoyed my family, and I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew I wanted to stay in this industry. I wanted to be able to help people with their money, but I wanted to be able to go beyond that. And I wanted to be able to help what I would call the regular person, the average investor, to make extraordinary returns in their portfolios without taking undue risk. And so that was the genesis, really the light bulb behind Wealth Masters. And then in 2000, back in 1999, I went to my first event in this industry. This industry being the direct marketing industry. And I met my partner there. And Carl, his background is completely different than mine. Carl's background is that of a coal miner for over 20 years. And then he found this industry. He found the industry, direct marketing, very quickly rose up the ranks to become a top producer and was making 7 figures, $1 million in this industry per year for 3 to 4 straight years when I met him. And so we started talking about, what if we created a company that was different? What if we took our knowledge of being an entrepreneur and of investing and helping people financially, and what if we put that into this industry, the direct marketing industry? Because the industry we're talking about here is absolutely exploding in growth. This is the fastest growing industry, not just in the US, not just North America, but in the world. Even through this global recession that we've seen, this industry is exploding in growth in every country around the world. And now, as we're finding it, it's exploding here in Norway as well, which is very exciting. And I think the reason for that is that people are hungry for a lot of things. Number one, you want more freedom, more time freedom, more money, obviously. The ability to do what you want, when you want, with who you want. And this industry gives you that possibility and that capability.